Hello, I wanted to record a video for you guys to talk about your essays. So your first essays are graded, and you should have those grades now and my feedback. And I wanted to talk about some feedback that a lot of you got, which is that if you lost points on your APA formatting, you can get those points back. There are two main takeaways from this class, two big things that I want you to learn, besides just being better at writing. And that is APA formatting and how to find sources and how to cite sources well. Those are the two big things. So for this first essay, the one you just did, we were working on writing, and I was getting a good sample of your writing, and most of you are really good, by the way. I'm really happy with that. But the other thing was APA formatting. It was a time to practice that. So if you got graded down on the APA formatting section of your essay, if your rubric came back, you should have feedback from me explaining this, so make sure you read your feedback, but just in case you missed it, I want to point out how you can get those points back. So any points lost for something other than APA formatting, like for example, if your essay was too short, you can't get those points back, but you can get the points back for APA formatting. So let me show you where. So here we have in your modules section, you have an extra credit module. It's the fourth one from the top. If you open it, the very first one is practice APA formatting with your first essay. So if you open this guy up, it explains how to do it. The instructions are pretty short, but I walk you through APA formatting. I want you to watch a video. I walk you through basically how to do it. There are 40 points possible for APA formatting in that essay. So you could get whatever you lost. If you lost 1, if you lost 40, you can get all of them back by putting your essay into APA formatting and then submitting it to this assignment for extra credit for those points you lost. And you can do this up to the last day of class. So that's not a bad idea, right? Good way to recoup those points if you lost any. So that's up to you. And I wanted to talk also today about how late work works for this class. So we are now just about a third through the entire quarter, right? Which is pretty crazy when you think about it. We're halfway through week 4. Puts us at 3.5 weeks. This class is a little over 10 weeks long, so we're right at 1/3 through. So it's a good time to check on your grades. All of my grading is up to date, so everything is ready. It's fresh. Whatever your score is right now, that's your score right now. So you should be able to tell what you're getting, and it might be a good time to start thinking about doing some of that extra credit in that chart. There's others. If you do all of it and you need more, let me know. I'll create more. I'm very happy to create more extra credit. Most of the stuff that exists showed up because somebody asked for it initially. So let's talk though about due dates and late work. So, and asking for extensions. That's the one thing I really want to talk to you guys about. So I think I know I mentioned on the first day, but I want to remind you, anytime you need more time on an assignment in this class, all you have to do is ask for an extension before the due date. And you can ask for that extension to be as long as you want. Some of you guys have been doing this already, but you've been pretty conservative, most of you. You asked for like a day. Be generous with yourself. Ask for more time than you need, right? Ask for whatever. Ask for the time. Make sure that's enough time for you to actually get the thing done. Don't ask for a day and then maybe you need to. Ask for a week if you only need a day. The trick is when you're done actually doing the work and you're still within your time frame, you need to send me a second email that tells me you did it and you turned it in. That email, me seeing that, I will see it. I'll go look and see, make sure that we actually got a first email from you, that this isn't out of nowhere. When I see that's all right, I'm like, okay, good. Then I go to my grade book, I find the assignment, and I mark it as on time. That's my system. That's how this all works. So if you ask for an extension, but you never send me that second email, even if you get the work in within your deadline, I don't know you got it in. I don't have a chart somewhere that tells me, oh, I got to do. No, that's not how I do it. I wait for you to tell me that you got it in. So without that step, your stuff's still going to be late. So if you see something late that you have talked to me about and you said, oh, didn't we talk about that? Probably either maybe you forgot to email me or I missed the email, something like that. So if that's ever your situation, just email me again and say, hey, one of us messed up, and that's fine. I don't care. I can fix things whenever. So That's how it works. So hopefully that makes sense as far as extensions go. And I'm happy to extend anything. It doesn't even need to be an especially good story for why. The trick is, if you extend a lot of things, you will end up shipwrecking yourself. I've seen plenty of students do it, but I approach this as college. This is college. This is your responsibility. You're the one paying to be here. In fact, you're taking a class that never meets, which means you have a lot of confidence in yourself already. So you're already somebody who wants to probably take care of things in your own timeline. So I trust you. I trust you to take care of this. It just needs to be followed up with letting me know when you got it done, right? So that's how it works when you ask for an extension. But what if you don't ask for an extension and things are just late? Well, every day that something is late, the system, Canvas, automatically takes 15% of your score. And that happens for 4 days up till 50% of the points are lost. And then that losing of points stops. And it stops at 50%. So once an assignment is 4 days late, it doesn't matter if it's 4 or 20 or 60 days late. You can still turn it in up to the last day of class, not past that, but up to the last day of class, and it can still be worth half of the points. My reason for that is that's still an F, right? 50% isn't great, but it's much better than zero. 0 points is too devastating usually for most people's grades. So even though you're not going to get an A by doing late work, getting an F is better than getting a 0. It's very true. So think about all that. And if you ever have any questions about any of it, if you want to talk to me about something or anything, please email me. I'm happy to help. And if you ever want to meet one-on-one, just let me know. I'll set up a meeting time and drop by one of my office hours. But in the meantime, good work with your essays. Those of you got them in. Those of you who haven't gotten them in yet, you still have time. Like I said, you can turn them up to the last day of class for half the points, and that's better than a 0. But ask for extensions, please. But it has to be before the due date. But ask for extensions for everything that you need. Anyway, hope this makes sense and hope this helps you guys. Let me know if I can help with anything. See you on the discussion boards.